Shawty got that fire, I'm with it. Shawty ain't no lie, yeah, she is it. She did it, yeah, she gon' get it. Exquisite, can't quit it. Once I get it, just gon' hit it like a drug. Give me hugs, got me bugged like the coppers. Ain't no stoppers, you could frisk me, yeah, my doctor. Yeah, I'm gonna operate this Mr. 40. Have her screaming, oh lordy, yeah, we gon' get real naughty. Oh, ooh, Oogie Leo 2, baby boo, on a three-way, hit the midnight. What he and she say, that's just for us, not too many years. You know how we do, I'm driving high, I'm gon' steer. I can't hold you. I thought Oogie Leo already told you. You bad, huh? Don't be mad, son. I'm trying to get back to that passion. I'm in that jazz,
got that fire, I feel it. Ooh, you need to fuck with the realest. Shorty got style, I'm with it. Cause honestly, you're fine to me. Shorty got the fire, I feel it. Ooh, you need to fuck with the realest. Shorty got style, I'm with it. Cause honestly, you're fine to me. Oh, Shorty got the fire. Shorty lips like rose, play your role. Shorty role play slick, so slow you roll. This shit I'm dripping like rose. You know how I play a role. Shorty looking like a plate of gold in a fashion over, baby girl got style and I'm with it. Shorty walk around this pussy better than these bitches. Hey, I'm yelling, fuck with the realest. I'ma keep it hood, I'm trying to see what's good with you. Shorty got a frame like a perfect picture. They calling her the Black Mona Lisa. You got me searching like, tell me have you seen it? Goddamn Gina, I feel it. Cause honestly, you're fine to me. Oh, yeah. Honestly, Shorty got that fire, I feel it. Ooh, you need to fuck with the realest. Shorty got style, I'm with it. Cause honestly, you're fine to me. Shorty got the fire, I feel it. Ooh, you need to fuck with the realest. Shorty got style, I'm with it. Cause honestly, you're fine to me. Cause honestly, you're fine to me.
Yo, what it do, what it do, what it do, what it do. It's your boy, the big old DEUCE double. Deuce double, causing trouble again. Back in that podcast world. You know what I'm talking about? This episode, part deuce, you know what I'm saying? It's introducing a high degree in the DMV. You know what I'm saying? It's by my boy Oogie Leo. Oh, you know? Yeah, Oogie Leo. It's about Oogie Leo. It's the episode for my boy Oogie Leo. It's dedicated to Oogie Leo. Y'all just heard me and him on that song, Shorty Got That Fire. That's what y'all just heard. That's me and Oogie Leo, produced by your boy, yours truly, Mr. 40 Watt. But nah, this episode, like, you know, this is all about Oogie Leo. So, you know, we're just about to get into it. I'm just giving y'all the intro right quick before he pop on the podcast. But long story short, my apologies for the pilot episode. You know what I mean? This is the real first episode. Like, I was trying to test something out, and next thing you know, I mean, I had to follow the universe. I mean, the first episode was 11 minutes. My master number was 11 and 44 seconds. Military time, it dropped at 22:44, and I was like, you know what? Let me put this out. But this is the real first episode. I gave you, if you go back to the first pilot episode, I'll give you an intro of myself. But this episode is coming with Oogie Leo, and how, we starting off with how we linked up with DU Records, that big old DU. I'm about to have to probably get them on the text, get everybody on here. We got a couple guests on here, but I'm waiting for Oogie, the man of the hour, to pop on. That's the main person we need. If nobody on here but me and Oogie Leo, we still gonna have a great conversation because I got some good question to answer lined up. Very good question to answer. But if you didn't know, like I said again, this is a deuce pod. It's a deuce pod. So don't get you too boosted. I ain't gonna go that hard. Oh Lordy, Mr. 40. And it's a deuce pod. So we doing it a little different. You know what I'm saying? Sit here and talk a little bit to y'all. To my man getting on here, just to let y'all know, to reiterate what I said in the first episode. I've been doing this for a minute. I came from, in the gospel world. My grandma's in the Gospel Hall of Fame. So I came from in churches playing piano, drums in churches and whatnot, different churches getting played. I literally came from early. Today is Sunday. I came from, my daughter's now 16. She was playing at a church over in the Fort Washington, Oxon Hill area. She's playing piano and singing at a church now. So went and supported her while I had a day off. See baby girl, baby queen real quick. To do her thing real quick. But we still waiting on Oogie. I'm about to give him a text or a call. I just sent the link out to all my dogs so we can know to get on this joint. But now this is gonna be a great episode. It's gonna be a great episode. It's definitely gonna be a great episode. Because like I say, I got the questions lined up, and the main point of this episode is for y'all to kind of understand, like people do content and they just have themselves doing something wild or crazy. My content is just me talking to some people raw and unfiltered. Yeah, excuse me. We have some conversations about stuff we might conversate with all the time, but everyone on the outside of the bubble may not be privy to this knowledge. So it's a lot of jewels hitting in, the conversations you're going to hear on this deuce pod, on the go-go therapy, as I call it. Because, it's going to be a little bit of rap, a little bit of hip-hop, go-go, DMV. It's going to hear a little bit of that, but it's mostly going to be therapeutic, you know what I'm saying? People are going to talk about some things. Like I say, some raw and unfiltered people you're going to hear come on here and talk about some things. But I want it to be more therapeutic than toxic. So if y'all hear anything, you like it, love it, hate it, can't stand it, reach out to me. Let me know. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure everything is, copacetic with everybody. But I'm just being a good host right now. We still waiting on Oogie Leo. I sent him the link. I sent a couple other folks the link. And on my app, I don't see anybody just yet. If anybody's out there, y'all could pop on and say something. On my app, I don't see anybody on my host side, on this Podbean thing. No, I'm just still putting the red carpet out lyrically, and trying to, articulate myself in a smooth way. Putting out the red carpet for my brother Oogie Leo. And Star Status, as usual, he's a little late coming in the building, in the virtual podcast building. This episode we got right here. Like I said, this is season 1, episode 2. And just the first episode, shout out to me, myself, Deuce Double. First episode, it's number 2, numerology. But the first episode, like I said, was a pilot episode. This one right here, this is season 1, episode 2 of the Deuce Pod, Go-Go Therapy. It's called A High Degree in the DMV by my man, Oogie Leo. But yeah, we just getting it started, getting it warmed up. Yep. So what's going on with your world? Like I said again, anything you like it, love it, hate it, can't stand it, I need y'all to reach out to me. Again, this is Deuce Double, Mr. 40 Watt. You can Google Deuce Double, DEUCEDOUBLE, Deuce Double, Mr. 40 Watt. You can find me everywhere. Oh, is that Oogie Leo? I think I just heard him get on.
Yo, what's happening?
Yo, my Neezy, what's greasy? Oh, it's Shy Reezy on here too.
Oh, man, they got Rasheen in the building.
Oh man, that's crazy. That's crazy. Hey, can everybody hear me clear? Is it wavy?
Yeah, it's wavy, bro.
All gravy. That's all gravy. So look, we ain't going, but no further ado, got my brother Oogie Leo in there. Got Shy in there. If y'all didn't realize, Shy is a beast right now. He on the radio, but this about Oogie Leo right now. Shy was in Oogie Leo Go-Go Band, but we're going to take it back. Oogie Leo, real quick, I want you to give an intro before the Go-Go and how you got started in the music industry and the acting and all that stuff you into now. Just go all the way back. Just take it all the way back to Heather Hills if you need to, whatever you want, how you want to do it.
Oh man, that's what's up, man. Where can I start? Well, it really started from my childhood social life. I got a childhood friend by the name of Trey Chaney. I got another childhood friend by the name of James White. We always hung together. We was wild and carefree. And everything pretty much started there from a church background. I went to private school. Of course, I joined, several choirs and things like that. And then when I got to middle school, I ran into my good buddy Terrence Cunningham. He was on The Voice when Alicia Keys was hosting. I think one time he got a chance to perform and do his thing up there. But my long-term friend started me out in the choir, playing the piano in the house and things like that. And then from there, it just kind of went from there, just like anybody else. Started from church, yeah, pretty much. And then from there, I went to high school. Met my guy Shy. We was playing basketball. You know what I mean? I was okay in sports. I could hoop a little bit. And then from there, we formed a band called High Degree. And from there, that started my go-go journey because that's our culture in the DMV. It's go-go music.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you just gave me a red carpet to the conversation. So the next thing I was going to open up in the conversation about, life and times of Oogie Leo. Like, I got my perspective on High Degree, just like yours. So it's not me versus you. It's Deuce times Oogie Leo perspective. Cause it multiplied when y'all did what y'all did. Cause I'm all over the place. Just long story short, I knew of you before I knew you back in high school. You know what I'm saying? We never hung out enough in the high school. A lot of people don't know that. We linked up with Cam, long story short. When I was in high school, I remember one time, I'll never forget, the dude's Jigaboo had reached out to me one time in class. I remember like yesterday. And it was like, hey,
shout out to Bam.
Shout out to them. And Jigaboo was like, dude, we'd like to get you to get in our band. Don't you play the piano and drums in church or whatnot? I was like, yeah, I could, but I got to practice. I want to really get in the zone and really rock out with y'all if I'm really be serious with this go-go thing, because I'm more so in my hip-hop and gospel and R&B, whatever bag. But right. Long story short, mentally in my mind at that moment, I didn't tell them this, but I'm telling y'all this on this podcast, and y'all, I was like, shit, I need to be in High Degree. If there's any band, that's the Fort Washington band. I ain't fucking with y'all, but I like Jigaboo. I just like him. Don't get that misconstrued. But I just, me and my heart, if I did get with a band, I need to get with y'all. But at that point, I didn't know y'all like that. So what I look like reaching out, you know how DC DMV is like, oh yeah, what's up, trying to get y'all band, cuz? They be like, who is this nigga, Deuce? I know his cousin E or this, like, you know what I'm saying? It's about who you know, so. But I mean, go ahead, go your perspective of how was the go-go life that whole, cause y'all was killing it. Like I heard fucking legendary stories from you personally and from other people. So you and Shy can chime in on this.
Oh man, well, if Shy have anything to say, you can go ahead, but I got a lot to say on that.
I mean, alright, Shy Rasheen also knows Chi-Town, and it's like the High Degree band to show how we started was like practicing every single day after school, like for months and months and months and months and months, making tapes, evaluating the tapes, making sure that we doing original grooves, maybe not all original vocals, but as far as the keyboard and the back line, we try to pride ourselves on making sure that we was original. We were able to open up for a lot of the big bands, Northeast, Junkyard, Backyard, and we were 14, 15 years old. Booby, take it away.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we put a lot of time in, which me and Shavas were talking about this the other day, which we kind of utilized that attitude, what we doing today in life on any endeavor that we choose. But the hard work and dedication of just locking in, staying consistent on the idea that you have in your mind and heart for real, and just staying on it. Blocking out the noise and just stand on your grind and groove, and things will eventually grow. You know what I mean? And all that preparation will get you ready for opportunities that come your way. And we've shown ourselves plenty of times just by practicing for months and months, not having no shows, not even no sign on those shows. But we still showed the same relentless. You know what I mean? You practice how you train how you fight. So we was about that. You know what I mean? And our journey from singing to the choir to, adapting to the go-go genre and culture, man, it was a blessing. You feel me? I learned a lot by doing live shows that you can't learn anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it really changed my life in a lot of ways.
Yeah,
You feel me? And yeah,
from my perspective, not to cut you off, y'all, that just intertwines y'all so deep in the DMV culture because a lot of people, nothing against what people believe, everybody got their perspective on things in life. But the DMV culture to me has always been go-go music, whether how much I like it, love it, or how much I'm into it. That's the culture here. So it's like y'all, I remember like you telling me a story, y'all opening up for Big G and whatnot, and now we have movies with Big G. So it's just crazy like how, it's just so much, 'cause a lot of people may not know Big G, they know him from Anwan Glover for the person that played on The Wire with our brother Trey Chaney you mentioned earlier. So I mean, but like we I know y'all seeing a lot because I seen a lot just from going to go-go's and knowing my cousin Zoe. And I'm gonna use that to piggyback into the next question, which was like, I remember one time, and I go into that story. You could tell your perspective on that story. I remember how me and Oogie Leo really hooked up after high school and all that because I mentioned that. One day he went with Cam, and he knew Cam, and he can go into that. But he met with Cam and my brother E1, my cousin E1, in a D Records associate. He met with Cam. They knew each other. We had mutual friends. What I'm saying, long story short, and he came up to the studio one time, and we recorded a song with me, Cam, Tim, Ernest, a couple of people, man. We had like 3 6 Mafia. It was like 18 people on the song. But like my point, Uji was on the hook. It's back when we had CDs. He wanted me to burn a CD for him, and I never forget like how I was about to meet him. I'm driving. I'm about to go right over there by the Sunnybrook at Fort Wash, go meet him, and he came down from the apartments or wherever he was at with his folks, and he was running across the highway when I seen him. And I was like, damn, nigga, I was gonna come meet you. And my mind never forgot how hungry he was just to come meet me and get the CD and just listen back. It might not have been the final version of the song. It didn't go on the radio, none of that, but just the hunger how you had. So my point I'm really getting to in this question is, you always used to give me credit and say, I helped you awaken out of your go-go dream, because you still had dreams at that time. You always big in the go-go scene at that time. But like you went from go-go to rap. So just touch on your go-go to rap transition. And Shy could go ahead after you, and even, because Shy is a beast now, right, too, on the radio. But it's about Oogie Leo right now. Love you, Shy.
I remember that day faithfully. I used to work down LaFont Plaza for a temp job, and Cam used to work there. And one day he came past the desk. He was like, yo, I'm about to go to the studio, but I was on the clock, so I made up an excuse to leave work. And that's the song that you speaking of. We did that song, and that was the first time I ever recorded. And I ended up getting fired from that job the next day, but that started the journey, because at that time, we was about to kind of like fall off from the go-go shit a little bit, because we was going through shit like anybody else. You feel me? And when he did that day, went to the studio, that changed my life, because now I'm to the point where I'm like, yo, I think I need to start writing my own shit. You feel me? And then I hooked up with you guys and really learned how to record, know how to structure a song, what a verse is, like really get into the technical aspect of it. But yeah, long story short, yeah, shout out to Cam. Back then he was called Short Shot and all that. But shout out to Cam. That was the first time I ever really, 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 really recorded. And then you guys had the studio right across the street on Indy Head Highway. I was in Potomac Heights Apartments. So yeah, of course I ran across the street. I think y'all was about to go out and sell CDs. That was before I linked up with y'all, and that was a whole nother chapter that started a whole nother evolution of things. But yeah, I came across that highway because I really needed that CD, because I was in transition from, being on the microphone in a band to like, okay, this is how recording sessions go. And it came out pretty good. You know what I mean? So I was excited. Yeah. So I had to get on the good foot for y'all roll out to get my motherfucking music.
Well, I'm gonna chime in and say, and I'm gonna talk about Oogie Leo and what he did for my career, and that is to make sure, like you said, DJ, about him being hungry. He always was like, Shy, you can really do this. And Booby would get in my car and be able to freestyle and do all this other type of shit. I'm like, how the fuck are you doing this, Booby?
Man.
Like, what are you doing? He just like, Shy, I'm just doing that shit. And that helped me make a decision to just actually start doing it and coming up with my own style. And Booby put me on. I was living in Denver. I was about to come back home. And he was like, Shy, you need to check out this app called Voicey. Yeah. And it's through Snapchat. Snapchat has discontinued it, but you're able to record a minute, maybe a minute 30 of original music. and save it and keep it, but you can mix it and all of that. So he put me onto that. It took me a while to get to it, and that put me in a whole different zone just off of him for years telling me like I could do it, and he's a hell of an artist himself. So, you know, man, we just talk about the Audio Love. That was one of his best works.
Hey, you skipping questions, but we can talk about Audio Love now if we want to. I was going to talk about that a little later. Honestly, I got it in my notes because you know some shit, Shy. You know you behind the scenes. Because I'm about to tell you, we can come back to Audio Love. Unless y'all want to talk about it now. I ain't going. That shit's a beast. That's one of my favorite projects this nigga did. Yeah. And I know I'm saying it like he got 1,000 projects, but that shit was still like that, nigga. I listen to that jump from time to time.
I also want to say,
what's that?
Real quick. I also want to say for the culture, man, like I grew up in D.C., so all my life I've been seeing go-go music, like, you know, just living in the Southeast in the 80s, you know, when drugs was crazy in the city, man. Like, a go-go was our outlet. We had the junkyard bands that was in movies, you know what I mean? So we was inspired by those guys. But what really inspired me is, again, being with Jamal Shire, because he was always the first one driving and all that shit. He had all the girls and all that shit for playing basketball and all that shit, right? So he was real. He had a good rapport with this very popular band, Northeast Groovers, and seeing them guys come and the way they walked into the arena and just capture the crowd and just the way how they did their thing, I was inspired from that day forward, really to be in the band for real too. You feel me? So I just wanted to add that in there too. Like the culture of DC is go-go. It will forever be go-go. But to transition from that is a real mind shift that you really got to lock in. But where we from, that's what we do, man. You know what I mean? And shout out to everybody that's still in the industry doing their things.
Nah, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. That's a hell of a transition.
And and a lot of artists that you know and love from the 80s and 90s came from our genre of music. Our genre music was neck and neck with rap. You know, you can ask the Big Daddy Kanes and, you know, everybody from that era. And then, you know, as things went on, you know, a culture shift happened. We kind of like were a little more reserved in our own city, but we was neck and neck to the R&B, rap, you know, anything that you could think of at that time from the 80s. We were kind of neck and neck. You feel me? So I will forever love my city. I appreciate Go-Go, and Go-Go will forever be my foundation.
But look, the crazy part about, like you say, they were so like neck and neck, like cousins. A lot of people don't realize this. Shout out to LL Cool J. He's seen Trace Chaney's story, seen my story, like doing it. But my point is, LL Cool J dropping new stuff. That's a sidebar. His first thing, Rock the Bells. A lot of people don't realize he sampled Trouble Funk. You know what I'm saying? That's back in probably 85. I don't even know when he did that song, Rock the Bells. But he sampled Trouble Funk. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people remember Salt and Pepper, Kid and Play. They were sampling that's dealing with EU and did. So it's like, we've been entrenched. That's been the culture.
Shout out to EU.
Yeah, that's been the culture.
Legend. Yeah, hell yeah.
Shout out to Sugar Bear. My pops just met him the other day. Shout out to Sugar Bear. He was at the county studio. Good man.
Oh yeah, for sure. Shout out Sugar Bear too, man. So to go from that to be independent artists like Chavez was, you know, conveying a few minutes ago, like that take a real different mind shift that you gotta have, you know what I'm saying? And how I got to that point where he was like, yo, how you freestyle and all that? Shout out to my homie James, you know what I mean? Cause it's like any talent that you don't have, you can develop it. So shout out to James. Used to play around, but like, bro, you should just start freestyle. Like anybody else who sit in the car with guys who, you know, get inebriated a little bit and want to start thinking they'll rap all of a sudden. You know, you have no choice but to join in. You have no choice but to join in because it's your turn and you better not mess up. So, yeah. So, from that point on, repetition is the mother of all learning. I ain't even going to hold you. You just kept doing it. Then you just had this little self-confidence. And then from there, it just kind of evolved. So, that was kind of, you know, the road I took. Just kept freestyling whether I thought I was good or not. You just keep doing it to the point where you want to keep doing it. And then you're to the point where you start out-rapping everybody in the car, and then you start realizing, oh, shit, I think I might got something here. Just by working that mind muscle.
Hey, shout out to James.
Man.
Shout out to James for that. Like, I never knew that little tidbit, because Cam and E was like that for me with the freestyling thing. Shout out to James for that, because James, like you said, that was you, James, and Trey Chaney back when you grew up, like Thick as Thieves, the Three Amigos. You know what I'm saying? But look, I got another question. I'm gonna piggyback off what you just talking about. Like, we came from the Congos. You linked up with me and my folks at D Records, my father, E1, and everybody, MLG, and Alonzo, to the point we in the Washington Post. So just talk about a little bit how you start coming out with the CDs to the point we had a character called Desmo off the Mortification Hip Hop and off the other products where you were getting in the character and getting in the suit. You actually brought that to life. Like, we had the character, but we didn't know how we was going to do that. You know what I'm saying? You brought it to life. And we got we got a platform and a structure now thanks to you, Oogie. I appreciate you. Just giving you your flowers.
Okay. Well, that aspect is the entrepreneur side of it. Like, you know what I mean? I'm a salesman. I'm a hustler. So I was always into the sales aspect from, Primerica to prepaid legal, you name it. I tried it. Selling newspapers. So we got to the point where you guys are already had some, what they call motion, because you guys started an educational company called Multiplication Hip Hop. And you guys had, at the early stages was just going out and just doing what anybody know to do, just be repetitious and kind of come up with everything on the fly to end up being what you call a script that you can go by to get people to buy into what you got going on the spot. So from that aspect, the entrepreneur aspect I learned from you guys, you know what I mean? Because y'all helped me on my entrepreneurial, how to get out of your comfort zone, work on your you factor, and just really just going hard and just have a belief that you could just do it. Like you said, that hunger factor. I just wanted to make it work, and I did not want to be the reason why things didn't work.
Because look, not to cut you off, I mean, you always had the hunger, even with the real estate before you got to it. Because you was talking about real estate in the Washington Post article, and that's when you were just starting. You were taking me to classes and like that. And I ain't have the hunger still to this day. I need to get on my shit. I'll be real with myself. But you had the hunger, you know what I'm saying? So it's like it's all tied in though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even though you know song, you talking about I'm gonna
tell you some real shit. Being an entrepreneur or a salesman aspect, I was born in the '80s where everybody was a hustler. But one day I was a kid. I mean, I don't even think my folks even realized this shit. One day we was going to a cookout. I was around about boogie age. My little nephew, he's like 2. And we got to a car accident. And this guy sold my mom some T-shirts through the window. And I saw that. I didn't know what that was, but I was like, whatever that is, I want to do that. You feel me? I mean, I don't know if people ever realized that, but I saw a transaction happen on the spot. I mean, he needed change. It went in his pocket. He broke change, and he got up out of there. So whatever that was, it had me in the back of my mind. Like, I didn't even know what an entrepreneur was, but I was like, whatever that is, I think I want to do that. So that always stuck with me. So I always kind of drifted off to the entrepreneurial aspect of things. So when we got into the selling of y'all first product was Multiplication Hip Hop, way before, social media had the outlets that we see today of everybody doing a version of that. We was kind of like the pioneers of that. That you can educate kids through a rhythm. And we packaged that shit up and sold it to the streets. And learning what we learned out there helped prepare, everything that we talk about. Because everything we talk about kind of leading up to the end result of us being in movies and stuff like that. We doing soundtracks for movies and stuff like that. We still doing music. You know what I mean? Shaba just came out with an album and all that. So all that ties into everything.
Look, I apologize for trying to cut you off slightly, but before we get to that, we're going to talk about that. We're definitely going to talk about that. Let's go into right after, say you was doing the Desmos thing. And shout out to the Desmo DU Records movement. We got Edgy Basics, Multiplication Hip Hop.
Yeah, shout out Uncle Steve, Mr. P.
Yeah, I'm Steve. We actually going to be at 8th Street Festival this year, September 20th, I believe it is. I'm not sure, maybe 21st. But my point is, after we doing the Multiplication Hip Hop thing, we are doing Desmo. And at the same time, we was doing it. We was in the mall selling CDs. We out in the street selling CDs with the truck wrapped up playing the music. But by night, we was in the open mics. I know Shabazz can speak on that too. We was in the open mic. Shout out to Uptown, Ep2, K-Von, my folks, all them. They was doing the open mic scene heavy, Pure, all that. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. So we was selling CDs by day. I'm doing AV working stuff for Annie Mae by day. And then at night, we had the open mics burning them up. That scene was crazy, back Fat Trill, Tabby Bonet, all that. Just talk about that a little bit, how we killed the open mic scene for a minute.
Way before Shy was tell about his evolution of the album in Club Pure. The evolution of Club Pure, when Fat Trill was first hitting the scene, I mean, he was looking crazy as shit. He looked like the nigga off Steven Seagal movie, Screwface. He had green eyes and dreads. We seen a lot of people come through there. This is when Wale first started getting himself out there, and he had to go through the ranks of being crucified, of making this mark of being an artist that's trying to break through the ranks of putting DC on the map. You feel me? So shout out to EXO. At that time, yeah, we were in the streets heavy at that time. Everybody knew who we was from being in the multiplication hip hop. And y'all had a rap group called The Fam. So shout out to E and shout out to Tyreek. Y'all had a rap group called The Fam back then. And we was confident in our music. So we'd go out to the open mics. We'll perform our tracks. And we'll roll out. You know what I'm saying? And that's when we kind of started networking because, we sell all day. So it wasn't enough for us to network with everybody. So we met EXO, we met a lot of folks, man, from the Wale to the Fat Trails to the anybody you could think of that's really kind of like on right now.
Now shout out to them though. Shout out to EXO. Wale, everybody's doing it, but shout out to EXO and my man K Von. I just knew about his workings in that back in the day. Even my homie Julie, her crazy. Pure was crazy back then. Go ahead, Shaq. I know you gotta tap in on this.
I'm gonna say this for the podcast. If it wasn't for Shy Rasheen, the board administration probably wouldn't have knew about Fat Trail.
Yeah. Shout out King Swag, but it's King God King now. We ain't gonna get into that too heavy, but like you right, I know what you talking about. Nigga knows Shy knows some shit. Shy knows some people.
Yeah, they knew nothing about that. What was going on in Mike's Club, Pure, and even when it was bar none, I was performing down there at that time too. So, the open mic thing, DC is full of talent. It just needs to be really put on to the world. We need some more channels to be pumped up so people can shout out to Aunt Glizzy, shout out to Davey Ruffin, shout out to my man Lou. Those guys are really doing it. Those are influencers from in town, and we just need more guys to reach back, and then I think the music will be better. And don't just go for just the guys and just really search out for the good smoke. And DC, we got shit. DMV, we have it for sure.
Nah, for sure. Now that's no lie. And look, I'm gonna piggyback off that, like the open mics and all that. When we was out there, we was doing the street team, Do You Record street team. One point I started my own 40 Wattage street team when I had my first project. I dropped a Sexy Lady. Shout out to Trey Chan. Us all working with him. That ended up going into me getting my video done by David Manigault, this Earl Manigault folk family. But not to get too much into me. Like I was doing my Deuce Double street team for a second after
writing out songs,
and then Boogie came in.
You know what I mean? And just pushing it forward until we created a buzz.
But look, that's what I'm talking about. The day in the life. We got to the point you could go ahead and start the conversation and really articulate it smooth how we did the day in the life transition. We're dealing with Trey Chaney. Next thing you know, we selling books and we're in movies. To the point we in a Lorenzo Monica movie premiere and a Dead Money movie premiere. So just go ahead and kind of break that down, the transition from us, the street team with DU Records, to Trey Chaney, and kind of give them that motivation and spark too.
Okay, all right. Well, from going out repetitively all over the city, everybody knew us from going in the parking lots and being on certain street corners and things like that, especially downtown. And we had a period where, we was going through our little change too at DU Records. We was coming out with little iPods, trying to put, social media was just getting out there. So we was trying to stay in the loop because there was a change going on. Like people wasn't buying CDs like that.
Oh shit. What's going on here? Hey, that was perfect for the podcast though, even though that was interruption. But go ahead.
Oh, I know. I started looking at my shit. I was like, oh, so look,
oh bad, y'all.
It's all good. So look, so taking the game that we have formulated from being in the streets, it was a little time period where it was just me and Deuce hanging out every day. You know what I mean? We was trying to find, what's the next thing to do we can add on to what we got going on. So then we decided to reach out to my guy Trey Chaney, who I've known since I was a kid. And we was reaching out for about 2-3.
Hey, you broke up on us a little bit. You said you were hooking up for like 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, I'm in town, holler at me, woo, woo, woo. And then he reached out one more good time, and it was like, look, I got a film to do. Shout out to Larry Durr. He was doing Guns and Grams out Baltimore. we was doing that movie. Deuce was driving. He the only one who had a car at that time. So I called Deuce. I was like, yo, if you ain't doing shit, my man finally answered the phone. You trying to do a movie today? He was like, fuck it, yeah. We scooped them up and we started riding out Baltimore like every other weekend for about a year and a half straight. And that's where the entrepreneur side kicked in, because one day I was hanging with Trey. I was like, listen, you know, he tells his story on the Undeniable documentary that's out on Tubi right now. You got a lot of celebrities that did a lot of shout outs for him. Shout out to Clifton Powell, shout out to Idris Elba, you know, etc. So go check that out on Tubi. But anyway, parking lot, you know what I mean? Because he was going through a transition. Because I don't know if everybody knew he had a job for a second after The Wire. And you can reach out to him, follow him on all the platforms at Trey Chaney, and go to
Hey, the phone got a little crazy on us. The devil working. He busy on Sunday. He busy. But nah, you said you could catch Trey Chaney on all his platforms and whatnot. Oh man, you might take the headphones off. I don't know what's going on. Devil working. Cause we had a great conversation so far. We still ain't done. We almost done. Devil trying. Yeah, that's not happening, brother. Word to my mother. Oh, we got you a little something. I heard something slight.
Yo, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you clear. You crystal clear. Oh, well, you were crystal clear.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Can you hear me now? All right, so long story short, I took parking lot like we do, if y'all can still hear me.
Okay.
Hello?
Yep.
Oh, I bet. So I took him to the parking lot, and I kind of showed him the grind that we kind of formulated, you know, pushing educational products. I said, put your books in a book bag, and we're going out to Rivertown parking lot. It was 11 o'clock in the morning. I remember that fateful day. He was looking at me all crazy. I said, it's a gold mine out here. It was like 2 cars in the parking lot. I rubbed my hands like Birdman, and from there, it kind of evolutionized to what you see now.
Hey, go look up that Undeniable Trey Chaney. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, he got a whole joint where he got behind the scene footage or some of that. Like we talk about his documentary, Guns and Grams, all this.
Hey, look, I told him everything, like how to walk. You know, I walk the person to the ATM, stand back a little bit, let them get their money. You feel me? Right. I showed them that if you don't walk with them, they're going to buck that left, and they're not coming back.
Yeah, you thought it was.
Yeah, you thought you was about to get some money. No, they took another route, went back to the office. They didn't come back.
Because like you say, we went through boot camp with DE Records. We done had people write checks in the street, and at first they walked out and like, I don't know, what's that? I'm good right now. And then they get to looking at it like, yeah, write that check.
Yeah, and if you don't walk with them, you don't get paid. We've been out here all day. So he learned those little things, man, and took that shit to the next level. But yeah, I showed him the same grind that I've learned from you guys, from DU Records, of being a salesman, because it's a thin line between a hustle and a salesman. And what we were doing was we would train ourselves to be salesmen. Because we got to deal with the people, we got to talk to the people, and we got to explain to the people why you should be buying our products. So that's pretty much how he started his whole grind. And, you know, because The Wire ended, you feel me? You know, he was in a place where he just had to reinvent himself just like any other person. And that was the mode. And if you check out the documentary, you will see me, him, and Deuce in certain parking lots and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So go check that out.
Yeah, and people could go on YouTube to my YouTube page, Mr. 40 Watt, youtube.com/Mr. 40 Watt. It's a day in the life of Trey Chaney. It's all the stuff we talking about is documented. You can see, I was doing it behind the scenes, so you can see a lot of it up to the point. I think we even got Lorenzo and Monica behind the scenes in Dead Money. Talk a little bit about that, like how we did a movie premiere for Lorenzo and Monica at John Kenmore Club and Dead Money movie premiere, and just about, you know, behind the scenes doing that movie. And you go see this on YouTube. Y'all can look us up.
All right, boom. So from going out in Baltimore every other weekend doing the movie of Guns and Grams, it was a gentleman out there by the name of Shay. You feel me? He was moving and shaking in the city, so he wanted to put his money up and do a production too, because he seen the way his fellow comrade Larry Durr was doing the Guns and Grams. So he did what he had to do, put his ones and twos together, and put his money up for the film. And this film was called Dead Money, and we ended up hiring Clifton Powell. That's the first time, you know, that we seen a celebrity up close and, you know, personal like that, in a personal setting like that. Hey, and shout out to Shy Rasheen, man. He trained kids, you know what I mean, Monday through Saturday. Yeah. You feel me? Getting the kids right, man. He done took a lot of kids from nothing to college, motherfucking phenomenons, man. So tap into Shy Rasheen, man. But anyway, so look, so from there we hired Clifton Powell and we did a film called Dead Money, and the film was basically organ trafficking. It was about organ trafficking, and that's been a topic that's been floating around for a long time. And we didn't know that we was on the forefront, you know, just having the idea of doing it. And yeah, the movie's called Dead Money. I think that's on Tubi too.
Yeah, Tubi, Pluto. That joint was in
Walmart. Yeah, Pluto.
Back when DVDs was up.
Yeah, so we met Clifton Powell, and then from there, the relationship started. From there, how Trey started getting on several shows, you know, Saints Ascending.
Yeah. And we had that Lorenzo and Monica John too. I remember that tied into stuff later when we was other movies with some people. Lorenzo and Monica, I believe that was the first movie we were in. Frank Jackson, shout out to Frank Jackson. He did that as well as Dead Money.
Shout out to Frank. Sanjada Productions, man. Yeah, that was the first movie we did. Matter of fact, I think dealing with Shay, we went and got the money from Shay to give to Frank. We met Frank at Walmart parking lot, gave him the bread, and then we did Lorenzo and Monica, and that's when we met Natasha and Eats Hernanda and all those folks. Shout out Eats Hernanda too.
Yeah, that was a hell of a time. We had a movie premiere. I think Red Grant came to that joint. We had Genuine came to the Dead Money premiere. Like we had premieres right at the DMV. That was crazy. Like it was Hollywood. Hollywood.
Yeah, that was no. That was Trey's birthday.
Oh, okay.
Birthday party at Layla Lounge. Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, Red Grant came out because we was putting in a lot of work and, you know, just being out in the street consistently, showing our faces at different restaurants, bike clubs. We was all over the city, and people were kind of expecting us to pop up. You just ain't know where we were going to pop up, but you was kind of expecting us to show up at your arena and, of course, to sell our books, you know what I mean, stuff like that.
So, look, real quick, now let's get back into that Audio Love, because like I said, that shit's a banger. If y'all don't know, it's on all platforms. Audio, AUDIO, Love. Audio Love by Oogie Leo is a whole project he dropped, and he got a song on there, She Geek. And that joint was on World Star, the music video with him and featuring Trey Chaney. And just talk a little bit about that process. I think you went to Atlanta to do the video or something like that, I believe.
Okay, yeah, okay, now let's back up. It goes back to the go-go shit. Right after the High Degree band, it kind of like ended. Shout out to my guy, Black Chris McSwain. I seen him one day. He was like, bro, you should come record. You know, that's how I met, well, I kind of knew him from passing. Shout out to Dana, but I ended up meeting his little brother named Devin Williams. And we used to go over his house, record, you know, shout out to Golfy, shout out to Kenny, shout out to, you know, everyone who formed at that time Inner Circle. Because it was a guy named Mike that went to school with us. And we formed a group out of that called Inner Circle. Shout out to Kevin Edwards who passed away. R.I.P.
Rest in peace, Killer. Rest in peace.
Yeah. He did a lot of tracks for us. That we still play today. You know, it's on Spotify and all that. But yeah, so shout out to Chris. Right after the Go-Go band ended, he said, bro, let's start recording. And then, you know, we start hanging and banging, and it's like, yo, you should just come up, you know, you should do your own album. I was like, all right. Everybody pissed in, they gave the name. And matter of fact, I did the album in like 30 days. I ain't even gonna hold you. And the song that we did ended up being a banger. And the first song that I did was called She Geek. And that's the one I featured my guy, Trey Chaney, because, you know, we always hang together. So at that time, you know, anything, you know, that we can do to put each other on, that's what we was about. So at this time, it's like, all right, cool. I do music. I ain't never press them out. You feel me? I knew how to write, but I was like, yo, whenever you got some time, he was like, all right. Let's do it. He heard the track. He was like, yeah. Because at this time, he was doing certain songs like, you know, songs for your mom, your dad, you know, fatherhood. And, you know, he was doing certain jingles and songs.
Mike Bully and all that,
Yeah, you know, songs for bullying and stuff like that. You know, being in love and stuff like that. So he was like, I want to venture into start being a little edgy. So people could know that, yeah, I am from The Wire, too. So I want to start showing him my little edge a little bit, you know, because he had that clean, he had that clean rap about him, you know what I mean? So he said, yeah, I want to jump out there showing what I really got. So She Geek was the first one, the first track that he got on. And then from there, everything just took off. That was my first single off the album. I did my first video in Atlanta because it ties back into the entrepreneurship, started doing real estate. And we did so much real estate that we ended up buying a house out in Atlanta. And that was like right before or right after Trey moved to Atlanta. You feel me? And if you go on the documentary again, Undeniable, you'll hear this whole story on that. We took some of our money and bought a house in Atlanta. And right before we made that move, Trey linked me up with one of his guys, paid him the bread. We went out there, knocked that joint out. I met, what's his name, bro? God's Child.
Was it Black Child?
Yeah,
Black Child from Murder Inc. It was in the video.
Man, cool.
Yeah, good cameo by Black Child. Shout out to Black Child from Murder Inc. I think you broke up, Uzi.
Mm.
Oh, there you go. You back.
Yeah. I didn't know I had legends, you know, that didn't mind jumping in the film, you know what I mean? So I was like, oh shit, Black Child. So yeah, hell yeah, that shit was lit. So I ended up doing that video thanks to the real estate because I had some money at this time. Closed a couple of deals and yeah, paid for that shit and got that shit done.
Now that shit was crazy because I was on my AV move, working the AV like people know I do, and I was kind of like, personally, I was like, fuck, I wanted to be down there. Fuck, y'all invited me. I was like, damn, I can't do the shit. I got to work. That's some bullshit. I looked like y'all had a ball, but like after that though too, I don't know if that was after or before, but I always like, not saying no jealous shit, but I like this. They're just giving you your flowers. The 6 Hearts One Beat. I always like that project. That's another project by Frank Jackson. Y'all look it up. I think it's on Tubi, Pluto, whatever. 6 Hearts and One Beat.
Yeah.
That was just talk a little bit about the process of acting and that because y'all took it. Like you said, again, Trey Chaney showed himself in a different light from The Wire, and you had a lot of acting, like a lot of spoken roles in there to be such a new actor, and you did real good in that joint. Like I feel like you did an exceptional job as an actor in that joint. Just to give you your flowers right now.
Okay, well shit. Well, at that time, you know, I've been, you know, sitting in every room and every interview, just watching my guy do his thing. So certain things gonna rub off on you. And then, you know, at that time, he the type, you know, if you think you want to do it, he gonna jump you out there. He gonna say, hey, put my man Shavers in there. Here go the script. And that's it. There's no warning. So once you do that about 3-4 times, then you start being prepared, you know what I mean, when he puts stuff your way. But I had enough time to watch him, you know, from doing the Larry Durs and a lot of interviews and all the movies that we was doing. I got a chance to see how he do stuff, you know what I mean, because we'd talk. I asked him a lot of questions, and he'd give me some game, you know, and some tips on acting. And then when it was time to use it, I mean, I guess I put it out there as best as I can. And then, you know, it you know, everything's about relationship. So I just so happen to have a great relationship with him. So he just jumped me out there, and he gave me kind of like a leading role, which I was kind of nervous. But once you get through it, you're like, oh shit, I think I can start doing this. But it was fun. Shout out to Frank. We was all in the office buildings in D.C. Everybody in the film had a good time. We was like family. I think somebody got married right after the premiere of that joint. So yeah, so shout out to that movie because somebody was aspired to get married. I think the main girl in that joint got married right after that.
Yeah, I think I remember that. And shout out to her, shout out to Frank. She did a good job acting in that. And shout out to Frank Jackson because, like, that was another Sunjata production. And, like, Frank, I was just watching one of our films yesterday with a good female friend of mine. And she was just looking at how good he's like. He puts his stories together. You know, and I was letting her know I give him his credit where it's due. He's a great director. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might even forget the words a little bit till you're seeing, get a little nervous. And be like, look, this is what the setting is. And he know how to make you visualize it. So shout out to Frank Jackson, Sunshine, all them. They some good people. They're some great people.
And you know what's so crazy, man? Doing that movie tied into the real estate. So then that's how I met, you know,
I'm sorry.
Met
you
him
up.
and then, you know.
Say how you met, you couldn't hear who you say you had met.
Thurn.
Oh, yeah, Thurn. Oh, yeah. Shout out to Thurn, even though we're not getting into that. But like he took that picture of me and see the guy at Breakfast Club. We had fun when we went to Breakfast Club that time. Me, you, Trey Chaney, and him. We took that ride up in the Black Bull, the Taurus, as me and DB called it. Went out to Breakfast Club for that Trey Chaney interview. But we gonna get on that subject.
So everything we did, everything we did kind of tie into what's going on.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, and look, speaking of stuff you and Trey Chaney did, I'm gonna get into this real quick. A lot of people shout out to Mobb Deep. Shout out to Mobb Deep. Shout out to Havoc. I see his stuff on the internet. Trey throwing out the good manifestation, good energy. But Prodigy, a member of Mobb Deep. Rest in peace to him. A lot of people know Prodigy, and I just want to ask you. A lot of people don't realize the last video that Prodigy ever recorded as a rapper, Trey Chaney and Oogie Leo played acting parts in this movie. In this music video. So just talk a little bit about that, how that happened, and how that was.
Oh man, hold on. I gotta pour me a cup real quick. I can get some champagne, y'all, real quick.
Hey, perfect time. I got toast up to talk about this shit. Rest in peace to Prodigy, man. Queens, NY, Brooklyn, all the sectors.
Yeah, that was oh shit.
Hey, take your time, brother. Take your time, brother.
Right back. I had to get something real quick. So look. Okay, now from being in the streets, from selling movies and all that, our face being out there, people will call him, to pay him to do certain cameos and certain roles. So he was kind of starting to monetize his image, where people want to tap in and don't mind, getting him some bread, to bust a move for whatever they need him for. So they reached out and say, hey, we need you to play a cameo in the Mobb Deep video. We went to Baltimore. We was in this motherfucking this trap ass house. We was in a trap house, bruh.
That's Baltimore. What I'm saying?
Yeah,
for you, bro. That's Baltimore for you.
Yeah, we was in the trap house. We did the first scene outside the store, so we was outside, like, on the little storefront. So we did that, and then we went back to the trap house. So shout out to everybody that was in that video. I mean, it was real gutter, but hey, we fit in whatever vibe we got to deal with. We ain't afraid to pull up in anybody's neighborhood, because we know we want some positive shit. So we got that shit done. He did his scenes. I think which one was it? Havoc or it was one of them. They popped in real quick. Trey got a picture with him. They wrapped it up. He did his little shit in each step, and then we did the rest of it. So by this time, I'm learning how stuff go, because now you get to see how movies is made, videos is made, and you realize, people come in real quick and do what they do, and they step. You know what I mean? It's not a lot of hanging around. People come and do what they need to do, get the project done, and then the magic's in the editing after that. But yeah, at that point, I started seeing like, oh, okay, this is how it go. So from there, he started doing hella cameos, and that was like one of the first ones that was monumental to me. The rock with Mobb Deep real quick.
Nah, that was definitely monumental. And again, rest in peace to Prodigy, rest in peace. But that was monumental. And I want to talk about another monumental moment that we had with our brother Trey Chaney. And cause the Mobb Deep was another one. I was mad I didn't get to go to, but I'm gonna talk about one time you didn't get to go to the Charlie Mack Party for Peace, but a couple times you did. We went to Trey Chaney.
Yeah, I was blown like shit.
Yeah, the Charlie Mack. Shout out to Charlie Mack. It's Will Smith right hand man. First out the limo. We went over there so many times. We met Emilio Sparks a couple times. Sparks cigars with that man. Me and Uji just chilling. We got a lot of love out Philly. We had some good times out there. Met a lot of celebrities. Just talk about the Party for Peace Charlie Mack weekend real quick. Just let them know how that was. Me and Will Smith. We met a lot of people. Will Smith, Ving Rhames. We met a lot of Lisa Ray.
Yeah, the first one I missed. I don't know what I was doing. But the second one, yeah, I drove. We bought a bottle of Ciroc, the Red Bird. That's when that shit was popping in.
Yep.
We jumped in that motherfucking truck. Shout out to my next door neighbor Dave. And we got a track called Get Me Baby. You know what I mean? It's on Spotify and all that right now too.
Yep, you got a Go-Go YouTube Dave. Version too. Got that Go-Go YouTube version. Check me out. It's that shameless plug. Sorry, Uji. Sorry. I fuck with that song though. That's what. So
Dave let us use his truck, and we drove to Philly for the whole day. And if y'all don't know, Charlie Mack sets up a weekend where he invites a whole lot of celebrities. He puts them up in different hotels and sets up an event for the whole day where you can kind of enjoy them. Catch their guard down a little bit.
It's like the whole weekend for seemed like. Mm-hmm. So much shit. My fault.
Catch them with their guard down a little bit and just have fun. They got a lot of events. And this event, who was there? Cedric Shabalas was there. Avion Crockett. Alan Payne was there. Who else? Lil Mama was there. Lisa Ray was there.
I think T.I. was there. T.I., Faison Love. It was endless people there. Tyrese.
The girl who played on Friday that was in the store with Cat Williams.
Right.
Down, man down. Yeah. Shorty with the green eyes. Hell yeah. She smelled good too. Who else? I'm trying to think.
Will Smith was there, but I don't know if that was the
Okay,
same
all right.
year. Was that? I'm not sure. I think it was.
Yeah, I forgot what movie that was. That's when Meek Mills would start popping.
Yeah, Streets,
And
the movie Streets that Trey Chaney was in. Yeah,
it
they had
was
the
the
premiere out
movie
Philly.
motherfucking Streets,
And Gilly the Kid
bro.
was in there. Emilio Sparks was in there. Meek Mill, Trey Chaney. Yeah, I mean that was a good movie.
Tyrese was there. Who else, bro? It was a rocket.
Shit, Terry Crews. It was endless, bro. It was fun. That was a good weekend. Terry Crews, his wife was up there.
Yeah, so we drove around to different events, and everybody got a chance to speak. Everybody was just mingling, and just enjoying themselves. You know what I mean? It was a celebrity-filled weekend at Charlie Mack. That be putting, he'd be putting that little shit together, yeah. He put that shit together. We ate good. We got fried. We met all the celebrities, man. That shit was lit. Turned around, drove right back home, same day.
Hey, that was fun. Cause Philly ain't that far. Philly ain't that far if you want to go have some fun real quick. We got some love. It was a city of brotherly love for real. That shit was a great time. I'll never forget that shit. Like ever.
Yeah, so at this time, cause I know y'all seen a lot of videos, I told Trey he's a walking billboard, man. So now we took that concept, now we pushing forward. We're jumping that red car, bruh. Or, if that one. Hey, look, hold on. Speaking of red car, did you tell him about the time your shit got towed?
Oh man, me, Trey Chaney, and Oogie Leo sold enough books and movies. We got my car back for 24, 48 hours. Because anybody that know about DC towing your shit or Baltimore towing your shit, you're fucked. You're paying at least $150 to $300 to get that shit back.
We was out there selling books. It was hot as shit outside. I remember. Boom, we come back, his shit gone. We like the fuck.
Right, the same spot we used to sell KCDs.
Yeah, we panicking because we didn't really make no money that day for real. I think we sold like 2 books, made $20, and we was gonna use that to get it, whatever the fuck we had to do. And your car was gone, yeah. So we searched around, find it. Come to find out, your ass got $1,000 worth of tickets. And in DC, you gotta pay that shit before we get your car. So once we figured out that we couldn't just pay the little boot. We had to pay $1,000. They was like, man, you got 24 hours, man. Nigga, let me explain something to you, bro. When they say 2 agree and everything on earth, you should get this.
Man, move mountains.
We left. We caught the bus. I don't know how the fuck we got home. I think I got home, took Aunt BB car, and we stayed out all night like we owed the plug some packs, bro. We sold movies at
Man.
It was the Bikers Club joint. We went to the fish market.
Right.
We went everywhere. We stayed out till like 3 a.m. I had like $250 in the drawer. Trey had like $500. We put that shit together and added the rest, paid your shit, and then went out the next night, got that shit back, and Trey had to pay his rent the next day. So he took his rent money.
We was doing some shit, bro.
Yeah, so we was in the street, but we weren't selling drugs. Nothing. It was on some positive shit.
Yeah. Books and movies. Books and movies.
But it's the same thing. You need to get that bread. But yeah, that was one of the monumental. You know what I mean? I know they probably was expecting a story like we drove off the lot or something like that, but nah.
Nah, that was still a story. Like we from Maryland. I'd never been to the DC DMV to that day. I mean, the lady was nice as hell. Like you said, she was like, y'all got 24 hours. I mean, y'all gotta pay that. At DC, that's what it is. You gotta do it or you're fucked.
Yes, sir, man. So that was one of the monumental days out, just being out, like they said, being outside, man. But, as far as that weekend, yeah, we were starting to get a little buzz. We met him. We met, Charlie Mack, Cedric Ballers, Lisa Ray, her daughter. We met a whole bunch of folks, bro. That was a great weekend. And we came back inspired like, yo, for us to be from the DMV and having someone like Trey, have enough rapport, we can see how this shit goes. Because to be honest, that's the only part we don't see. Now, if you from LA and all that shit, that's just another day in the park. You walk down the street and there's like 900 movie sets going on. But from the DMV to see the inner workings or how people pull up, they meet the people, you come do your thing, you roll out, everybody switch numbers, they vouch for folks, try to get you, on roads and stuff like to see that, I was kind of inspired to say, you know what, I'm gonna stick with this music because now I got a bigger vision now. Now, you know what I mean? Because I'm starting to see it doing my daily. I'm like, yo, I want to perform. I want to get on the radio now. Just by being inspired for being, you know what I mean, around my homie, man. Like, yeah, that was a good look. Because sometimes it's just being in the atmosphere first. Everybody want to be the guy. Everybody want to come in rolling. Nah, sometimes you just got to be not captain of the ship like Beanie said, but at least I'm on the boat, my boy.
You gotta get in them rooms, like they say, man. Gotta be in them rooms. See what's going on. Everybody thinks about some Illuminati or some room, people doing something crazy and nasty. No, you gotta be in them rooms where niggas moving and shaking, so you can see how if you moving right.
Definitely about that
comparison. Nah, go right ahead, Shy. Go right, cause you be in them rooms, bro. I learned a lot from Shy. Like just him having conversations with me about shit he be working on.
Man, it's definitely about relationships. So everything with relationships, that's what these secret societies are about. It's just about relationships and who I fuck with, and you got to cross over this veil in order for us to fuck with you. That's all. What that may be, we don't know because we're not in. Now, with that being said, the biggest thing when you're trying to come up, like I've caught a little wave myself, is doing great music. It is 90-10 music when you're trying to get in. Once you get in, it flips to 90-10 business.
There it is. You're exactly right, Shy.
So as you prepare yourself to get ready and you know you actually have a cranker, that's when you start having to think about your business strategy. Until you don't have anything until you have the great music.
Yeah, and that's the aspect that, you know, surprisingly that everybody kind of like, it goes over here, you know, like everybody heads, like Trey has his little business together where he can engage in these folks. You feel me? You got to have that shit together. You got to have your bios or whatever they require from you. You know, back in the day with bios and all that shit. Now, you know, it's social media. We can just send you links and things like that. But whatever the business model, be on it, be on time, know your shit. Don't get up there and forget your lyrics, your lines. You know, all that shit plays in a part. So you really got to work on yourself. And that aspect helps me because that's what entrepreneurship is all about, is that you factor, like I brought up earlier. You got to work on yourself constantly, bro. You feel me? Because there's somebody right now that been up since yesterday ready to show up right now for tomorrow.
Yep. It's always somebody ready to replace your ass to get
right now. Somebody did an extra 1,000 3-pointers, man. They gonna hit that shit when it's time, bro. So that, you know what I mean? So like Shava said, you gotta have your business together. It's a lot of talented people, bro. It just they done got their business together, bro. Yeah, and that's why certain people feel as though they supposed to be ahead of the such and such, but no. You might be better than him in this area, but he got his business together, bro. On whatever that is.
Yep, big facts.
And this is the thing. So if for those that end up listening to this podcast, those that don't understand the business, be just willing to lose to learn the business and be cooperative and be able to be easy to work with. So you're able to get in those rooms, which you got to pay for a lot of times, unless you got talent like that.
Yeah, so you got to be workable though.
Yeah, you just got to be understanding enough to say, hey, I don't know what's going on, nor do I have the budget. So this is what I'm going to have to come away with crumbs right now, but I will learn the business.
Mm-hmm.
That's the biggest thing.
That's a bulletproof fact, bro. That's a bulletproof fact. So the grind, even, you know, to today is you working to get out business straight.
Yep, that's big boy talk. That's big boy talk. We talking a lot of good talk, a lot of good information. And I don't want people to think we stunting or flexing on them, but I'm gonna just transition to the music and and talk about just as a big transition. Talk about how you came up with the song "Flexing." How did because you talk about networking and like building a relationship. How did you come about with the song "Flexing" with your folks? That shit's a banger too. You know, I don't think we flexing on them, but that shit crank though. That's a joint you can work out to.
Okay. Well, I'm still working on this album called the Ooh album, which I came up with the title on Deuce Double's birthday. See, everything's be timed if I can. On Deuce Double's birthday, we performed at the Pure, our song, We Got That Fire. Remember?
Yep, I definitely remember that.
Yeah, we was sitting there. We had some pizza. We just rolled up one. I said, you know what? I'm going to name my album the Oud album. He was like, oh, yeah, fuck it, let's go. We was juiced up. We just performed. So I was working on that album. Now, boom. Shout out to my homie James. It was just one particular time I was on County Road. This is back when, you know, everybody smoking weed. And I grabbed some tree, right? I'm about to meet James and a couple other people. I gets pulled over by County Road police, right? I gets pulled the fuck over, right? So boom, James outside. I'm looking at this. They pressing me. Y'all, they got me up against the car. They about to put the, matter of fact, I had the cuffs on the nigga. I'm in my head like, oh, I'm about to go to jail.
Sir, we're just detaining you, sir. Sir, we're just detaining you.
Yeah, bro. He found the big stupid dubs, you know, the 6J dubs.
Hey, back in the day, Atlantic Falls was like, oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
What? He found them joints, and it just so happened, right? My man owed me one. He gave me two. He said, if you need anything, come back at his house. I said, all right, cool. So I get pulled over. Boom, he find the weed. And this is before the laws, you know, became decriminalized and all that. So I knew I was about to go to jail. But this how the law works. Tied all in. One of the police officers, right? One of the little guys that was standing out there with James, I'm looking at him in his eyes like, nigga, help me. So he said something, tapped this man, and just so happened one of the police officers was the nigga who was standing next to James was his cousin. So he tapped his cousin like, man, boo, you ain't like that, man. Just go ahead and let him go. Wow, 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 wow. So he looked, he said, you vouching for your man? Like, yeah. He said, all right, this is what I'm going to do. Since you my little cousin, I'm going to let your man go, but he got to stomp this weed out. Woo, 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 woo. Let me the fuck go. I ran to my other man, got that free dub that he's supposed to gave me. Goddamn, went back to James in the house. I went right back to James and them like, nigga. So he go by the name of Pianka. I said, P, I owe you my life, nigga. Whatever you need from me, cool. I'ma holler at you. You feel me? You got a nigga for life, nigga. I give you my last whatever. So fast forward, he was, he was doing his thing with the music, and he was doing his thing back then. James seen him at a pop-up. He was performing. He was like, yo, you know, Boo be doing this thing. Woo, 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 woo. He said, tell him, call me. So I called him. We talked about that story, laughed about 45 minutes. I went to go pull up on him, and he had a studio, and he's actually good at laying the music down and, you know, engineering it right on the spot, too. So that was a plus. And he rapped, too, so that was a plus. And at that time, he had that gas, too, so that was a plus. So we didn't get fried. He turned on some beats. I'm like, damn, this song. And his brother was there, too. And his brother's actually a little bit better than him as far as engineering, because he piggyback off him when he needs shit. So, boom, he cut that beat on. His brother went in there, laid the motherfucking hook down. I wrote my verse. And the magic started happening after that. As a matter of fact, the first song that me and Pianka did was Love Again. Because, you know, when you record with different people, they want to see where you at. I don't give a fuck with your homie and all that. They want to see if they about to waste their time. So I had a job prove myself a little bit. So these songs right here is not even the mode of the album. It just so happened to come out of the situation that sound pretty good, and I'm keeping it. It actually sound pretty awesome.
Yeah, them Johnson bangers though. You got me interested. I'm really interested to hear the rest of the album. I know you better have me hear a couple samples. Goddamn.
Yeah, and you know what's so crazy? Thank God I got a good memory. Like Chavez was saying, we was using that Voisey app as a reference because we was curating our music right then and there. We'd download the video so we could have it for when we need it. We pull it up, especially if you're trying to, you know, get your words together, stuff like that. So I was using that as a reference. So when Chavez told me that they about to discontinue, man, I try to save as much videos as I can. And I couldn't get all of them because, you know, they cut the shit out of the algorithm. So I pull what I can pull. You feel me? Because you know how it is. If you're an artist, when you come up with something in that moment, you got to capitalize on that moment. Even if it's real quick, you get a couple bars in, or you end up doing a whole song. If you try to start something and then be like, I get to that feeling later, everybody know back in your mind, you ain't going to recreate that feeling again. Unless you record it. If you can capture it some type of way, then you in good money. You can always refer back to that moment where it hit your spirit. So yeah, bro.
That's a great story. That's a great backlog. Just to, like, you know, keep in connection, because like people burn bridges, this or that. People worry about the wrong thing too much. You might lose connection. Like I said, y'all lost connection. It wasn't nothing bad. It was good. James happened to do that and just like, hey man, hit my man up, man. You know.
Yeah, exactly, bro. So yeah. So I still all my life we still talk about it and shit like that. So we did like about 5 or 6 songs. I put out 2, and I'm working to put out the other ones. And right now we're doing the content for the Flexin'. Flexin' is a good modern song that, you know, that everybody on right now. You know what I mean? And when it come on, everybody instantly react to it. I played in a couple strip clubs. The strippers definitely was shaking and wiggling, and you know what I mean? So it's definitely a track that'll go. But like you said, like Shy was ready earlier, you know, we just need more platforms to get it out to the world. You feel me? Because we come from an area where, you know, it's kind of tough in a way. Well, I don't want to say it's tough because, you know, you speak things, but.
I mean, you got to work harder here. That's all it is. It's not,
you got to work a little harder.
Factual. You got to work harder.
And, you know, the DJs and everybody got their preferences because they got their models and stuff like that. But they just need to gravitate towards the more local folks and, you know, find somebody that you can kind of vibe with, that you feel as though that you can pump up and start a trend where people can start gravitate towards you to put their shit out. Versus just social media, because, you know, everybody be posting, but, you know, everybody's scrolling.
And look, what people,
you know how that shit go.
And what people don't realize, social media starts with the media. So just to tie in again, to piggyback on what you were just talking about, the next question I want you to explain how, because we used our platform. Shout out again, Frank Sunshine, the films, the movies, and everything. We had a new movie called Ice right now. Me and Oogie Leo both got acting parts in it. The song I played earlier, Got That Fire, is played in the credits, and also the song Flexin', you got that song played in the credits. You know what I'm saying? That was a banger. Like I said, the other day I was with my female friend. Shout out to her, Company First. She got her business thing, but she heard the songs. We were watching the Flexin' at the end. She was like, I feel like I heard these on the radio though. So I feel like I heard these. She was like, did you play these for me before? And them shows crank so hard, especially how Flexin' come at the end of the movie. Again, shout out to Frank for putting Flexin' in, it's in the credits of Ice, the movie Ice, and it's, Got That Fire with me and Usually on the credits of Ice. It just explain how you even did that. Like how you get Flexin' on the credits. And because we used our platform, but we have. That's just kind of beautiful. Tie it again.
Oh, because at this point, I just wanted to make moves and add on to the, you know, the motion that we kind of built. You know, Trey went to Atlanta. He's still doing his thing, and he still come back and show love. So any type of way, I try to add on to it for what I got going on. So once I created that song, I was like, yo, this shit need to go, yeah. This shit really need to go, bro.
Yeah, that joint a banger. That joint a club banger for sure.
Yeah, man. And, you know, I just reached out to Frank. I was like, yo, I got these tracks. Because, again, it's all about relationships. And I never pressed them out. So I was just like, yo, you think I get my little song on there? He was like, yeah. Sent the paperwork 2 minutes. He said, hurry up and send it back. I was like, oh, shit. You know, it was like in the real estate world when niggas send some documents, you're sign that motherfucker. You feel me? So I signed it. And then I said, I got another song me and Deuce Double did. He's like, oh, yeah, he already sent me that. Oh, bam, well, send my little shit I got right. Boo. I signed that. So now I got a song that's playing in the movie, because at this point, from being in the backgrounds and doing everything we doing, you got to find a way to add motion to what's going on.
Yeah, it's crazy how everything ties into like with the point we at now. Cause like I said, just literally yesterday, I'm watching a movie Ice with a good female friend of mine. She loved the movie. She just kept trying to give me the spoiler alert to joint. I'm like, you got to watch it to the end, shorty. Like, I'm not about to tell you what happened. It's a good movie. You know what I'm saying? She liked everything we did, like the acting part. She was like, some good actors in this joint. But like, you know, just to like, you know, I'm about to close it out in a second, but just to know, I'm going to be on my JYB drip, on my go-go therapy move. And I'm going to still like how Frank did. I'm going to put Flexin' at the end of this episode. After we finish closing it out, I'm going to play that shit at the end of this motherfucker too. On the credits.
Man, you might
the audio credits.
My boy.
But go ahead, everybody, you know, shout out to Oogie Leo Ngo. Appreciate you, brother. Love you. I've been inspired by you, motivated by you. I know you always say that to me, but I wouldn't be where I'm at if it wasn't for you and certain shit you did. Same thing with Shy. And if y'all two brothers got anything y'all want to say for the final words, we're going to go ahead and close out. You know what I'm saying? We like an hour in now, so we got a great conversation. But I mean, anything y'all want as final words to the people, go ahead, do y'all think. Let them know.
High degree, we get live. We keep about to jump and keep it bumping.
Yeah.
Pour the water. Hit them with the slaughter on your daughter.
Nah, man. I mean, but for the final words, DMV, we got incredible talent. Get your business together. Tap in with Shy Rasheen. He got the new joint, Keep Me Going, out right now. Video is out, or is almost done.
Yeah,
out.
that shit look crazy.
It's done, but I ain't put it out yet, y'all. Stay tuned. It's coming up quickly, and it's gonna be everywhere. Everybody's gonna see it, and
Okay.
I'm thankful, man.
Okay. Well, yeah, we'll definitely check that album out, man. It's on all platforms with Shy, man. Shy Rasheen. And I appreciate your movement. I'm proud of you too, brother. And for the last final words, man, listen, go hard or go home. Ain't nobody gonna come save you, so you might as well get that work in, because it ain't shit else to do. You did.
Hey, tell him. I never forget you told me one day it ain't what you do, it's how you do it. And this is how we about to do right now. We about to end this motherfucker off again. I'm about to rough him off. Shout out to Frank, Sunshine. I love y'all. But I'm about to rough him off on my JYB drip because I'm hip. Yeah. We about to do the go-go mode. I'm about to remix this episode at the end. We're about to put flexing as the outro because, you know, this some real shit while Bama's pretend. But shout out to my homies, High Degree, 40 Watt, my homie Shot, Oogie Leo coming through. Love y'all niggas like, you know, we do it like none other. We gotta get back to part 2. We gotta do another episode, bring Shot back. Cause I gotta play some of his songs as intros, outros to these episodes, nigga. This shit be banging like, nigga.
The man, evolution of the Rasheen, yeah.
Hey.
All right, well, I appreciate that, fellas, man. For everybody tapping in all platforms, the movies, everything, man. I appreciate that.
Love y'all, man. It's Go-Go Therapy. Right. We got another one. Oogie Leo, the one and only. Only one God is enough. You heard me.
All right.
Peace.
Beat
it up one time, I'm sitting like a stretch.
Convo.
God. Oh yeah. I've been the shit, I've been the best. I put in work, now I get the flex. Used to be a servant, now I'm serving the jet. You ain't got it in your nigga, better say it with your chest. Crush it, whip it, stretch it, catch it. I'ma put it in your head till you get it like a less. I ain't worried about the bitch, only worried about the check. I ain't never gonna save her, no F's on my chest. But watch how I take it down. Give me the work, I'ma break it down. Don't send me a shot, you can't take a round. Don't say that it's beef, I'ma take them down. But watch how I take them down. Give me the work, I'ma break it down. Don't send me a shot, you can't take a round. Don't say that it's beef, I'ma take them down. I got the key to the whip. I'm putting 2 chains on my bitch. 2 more profits, I'm rich. Yeah, give me my money and split. Not waiting around. I'm about to hop on the plane. Smelling like Mary Jane. Mixed with Saint Laurent. My bitch ain't no panties on. Keeping that pussy warm. While Lil was sipping the dawn. Trust, this ain't what you want. Once Leo arrive, you know it's lit. Me and my bitch. We riding with the click. I've been the shit, I've been the best. I put in work, now I get the flex. Used to be a servant, now I'm serving the jet. You ain't got it in your nigga, better say it with your chest. Crush it, whip it, stretch it, catch it. I'ma put it in your head till you get it like a less. I ain't worried about the bitch, only worried about the check. I ain't never gonna save her, no F's on my chest. But watch how I take it down. Give me the work, I'ma break it down. Don't send me a shot, you can't take a round. Don't say that it's beef, I'ma take them down. But watch how I take them down. Give me the work, I'ma break it down. Don't send me a shot, you can't take a round. Say that it's beef, I'ma take them down.
Ring. Calling my phone, ain't talking no money, I'm gon' hang up. For them, gotta put the business on, I don't need lace mop. Oh God, they was still in my drip when I dropped my shit, so I had to change it up. I had a few P's, I love you, fam, but I gotta wait up. From broke, they rich, now they hate us, and I run through this shit like the mayor. Wait for the try not to wait up, and I come here, check ain't no pay. Said I wrote, nigga, stop about me on the topic. Top the block, beat the block, count the bands, come home, tell my bitch go shopping.
I've been the shit, I've been the best. I put in work, now I get the flex. Used to be a servant, now I'm serving the jet. You ain't got it in your nigga, better say it with your chest. Crush it, whip it, stretch it, catch it. I'ma put it in your head till you get it like a less. I ain't worried about the bitch, only worried about the check. I ain't never gonna save her, no F's on my chest. But watch how I take it down. Give me the work, I'ma break it down. Don't send me a shot, you can't take a round. Say that it's beef, I'ma take them down. But watch how I take them down. Give me the work, I'ma break it down. Don't send me a shot, you can't take a round. Say that it's beef, I'ma take them down. I'm having dreams
to the red. Supermodel women got them swimming with me, had to email to pay. Smoking Cali pressure, come in different flavors, we ain't smoking no vapes. Middle fingers to heads. She want the boss, drop the top, I'm getting lost. We on the race to the paper, no I can't save enough. And no I can't take a loss. See, we already paid the cost. Got your bitch wanna take it off. See, we already gave you sauce. Ay, my niggas made the ball. Ay, I put in work whenever they hit my phone, they know I'ma take the call.
I've been the shit, I've been the best. I put in work, now I get the flex. Used to be a server, now I'm serving the jet. You ain't got it in your nigga, better say it with your chest. Crush it, whip it, stretch it, catch it. I'ma put it in your head till you get it like a last. I ain't worried about the bitch, only worried about the check. I ain't never gonna save her, no what's on my chest. But watch how I take it down. Give me the work, I'ma break it down. Don't send me a shot, you can't take a round. Say that it's beef, I'ma take them down. But watch how I take them down. Give me the work, I'ma break it down. Don't send me a shot, you can't take a round. Say that it's beef, I'ma take them down.